Milwaukee. That means I love you. Welcome to the Nyumba Upendo show. That means House of Love on WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 FM. Joined in the studio with Dr.Alisia Moutry.
Morning, Milwaukee, bringing you some love in the rain.
My main man, Jermaine Ride Out.
Hey, what's going on, Captain?
Hey, and Mr. Do It All, Darren Debo. Doing more than trying. Hey, you know, as it is in the tradition of our ancestors, we cannot start the show until we get permission from an elder to speak. We've been given that permission. We've been given prayers. Those are our P and P's. Our permission to start. We've been given a prayer from my mother, and I think we're really ready to go on to this. Before we do this, I always like to put it in the spirit of an ancestor or an elder who has done something. And what I want to do is I want to do an elder today. And that lady is Dr. Juliet Martin Thomas. When it comes to psychology, mental health in the Milwaukee community, she is the godmother. You know, she started this. You know, her and Dr. Earl Bracey, I think those are two people. Earl Bracey marched with the Commandos. You know, he's been around and he's still doing it. So just like to pay homage and respect to those who laid the track for us. And selfishly, I got to give a shout out to my baby girl who's turning 15.
I cannot believe she's 15 today.
The baby of the bunch. We on the countdown. Wow. We're on the countdown. Happy birthday, Mookie. Damio loves you.
Birthday, Sky. TT loves you.
Thank you. See, look at the community and village. That's what we do. Hey, but listen, as we talk about this show today, this is one of these shows that kind of just happened organically. You know, sometimes we talk about social media, you know, the damages that it can do and whatnot, but it's a double coin. It's a double edge to that sword. And there's something beautiful about social media. So sometimes you just go and you scroll and you scroll and you scroll, and then something pops up, something comes inside your mind or something, you know, just resonates where it's like this. And I came up on this, it was this thing, and it says, Queens of the Mills presents, Hey Queen, you good, sis? And it was like, what happens when the crown gets heavy? Damn. But I'm going to tell you what I liked even more about it. I saw all of these beautiful, just intelligent sisters all talking about what they were going to have at this event. We're going to talk about the event, and we got a lot of them in the studio, on the line. I got to give a shout out to my man, Kwame Antoine Nixon. This look how it shows. Just have a lot of love, a lot of people inside of the building. But even before we get into the heavy duty with that, we just want to have like a conversation with everybody. Even before we do the introductions, I just want to know for the sisters, and everybody just kind of talk in. What is it about that crown that our Black queens have to wear that most people don't even understand?
If you don't mind, what about a name too?
No, we gonna go into the introduction. I just wanted to hit this question first.
You want to start, Shika? No, please. Just go, darling. Okay.
Come on, Dad.
So, you know, the crown that a queen has to carry, it definitely can get heavy sometimes. You were just thinking about just every day or just the daily task of life can be heavy. So, you know, for those that may be wives, mothers, you know, just a sister, friend, it's just a lot of components that a queen has to carry, and it does get heavy sometimes, especially if you are a queen that doesn't know when to say no. Sometimes that can be heavy as well.
Sister Grady,
can you ask me the question again?
Yeah, so we talk about that crown that our African American women have to wear. Oftentimes we talk about you all being super women. Mm-hmm. So sometimes people just need to hear, like, how exhausting is it to have to wear that crown and to do all of those things? And you do it so well, but the weight that comes with doing it well.
Yes. I would say for me is when you have so many people depending on you, they're expecting you to show up a certain type of way. And some people don't know how to give grace. So it's like not you having to just step out all the time and just show up even when you don't feel like it. So that's when the crown get heavy and you just get stuck. It's like, okay, what is everybody that connects to me? How are they going to respond when I can't show up? Because sometimes we just can't show up, you know. That's what we mean by the crown getting heavy.
Yes.
It's heavy. I have a lot going on. We done did this week or that, or just everything that we have on our plate. And that's what we mean by the crown getting heavy.
So when you start thinking about like this crown being heavy and then all coming together, what really was the genesis of this specific program that you got about Saturday? Can you tell us like what was the impetus to be able to create this, to have this kind of dynamic program?
So for this workshop per se, a lot of this being Mental Health Awareness Month, a lot of us battle with whether it's seasonal depression, anxiety, all the different type of mental illnesses. And so it's like, how about this is the perfect month to talk about this. This is the perfect month to show other queens that you're not alone. We here for you, sis. What can we do to help you navigate through whatever it is that you're going through? Kind of tell you our stories, so you know, because a lot of people just sit in it. They don't know how to pull out of it. And so for me, I had went into a rest back in like September-ish. Yeah. And when I came out the rest, it was like, okay. I was told to do something pertaining to what I just came out of, and it was seasonal depression. So
no, I love that because it comes from a place of realness, saying if I needed this, how many other people might need this? Yeah, so when we do this, tell everybody when this event is. I know it's this Saturday, but when it is, what time it is, where it is, and what are some of the things they can expect from this event?
So it's Saturday the 31st. Doors open at 2:30 p.m. The address, I'm sorry, y'all. I have the address in here.
We'll get it to you later, but
we will definitely get it to you later. Like anybody could contact me through 414-550-3277. Again, that's 414-550-3277. That's pretty much how we had everybody registering anyways. So we kind of know who it is that's registering, who we're connecting to, things of that nature. And then, I'm sorry, what else did you guys want to know?
Yeah, what are some of the things they can expect when they come? I know it starts at 3 o'clock from 3 to 6, so it's kind of a semi-evening kind of event. What can they expect when they get there?
They can expect to enjoy our panel. We'll have panelists, a couple different therapists, professionals. We have a couple different queens that have actually experienced different mental illnesses. Then we'll do a release activity because, once we have gave resources, we talked about what we've been through. I'm sure we're gonna be crying, right? We're gonna be crying because
for release.
We're gonna be releasing, and so after that, we're gonna do like a full release activity. We're gonna do a mocktail creation because some people don't understand the things that you put in your body, some of the stuff that you drink, things of that nature. Absolutely. It all comes full circle and plays effect when it comes to your mental health. I'm sorry.
All right. So now this is the part where Dr. Moutry wanted to start off with, because he was like, let's introduce the people.
Let me just be clear here. So we're siblings, right? So we are siblings and we have opposites. But what's wonderful about it, they actually blend well. But he plays the jazz, I do the symphony. Symphony, you got notes that need to be followed. There's order to the music. You know what I'm saying? But this is my jazz brother over here, so he just go with the flow, how he feel it. Right. So I want to start back at the top just to talk one more time about what is the title of the workshop that's going to be happening on May 31st, and then what are your names, and then from your names, like maybe what's your affiliation to this organization and what you're doing. And we have some folks on here. So let's start here and then we'll go to the screen. So if you don't mind.
Started with me.
Yes,
okay.
Please.
Hi, yes. My name is Dr. Darlene Seaback. And so, yes, it's the title is Hey Queen or Hey Sis, You Good? What happens when the crown gets heavy? And so my role is a panelist. I'm going to be speaking to my experiences dealing with seasonal affective disorder. In layman's terms, it is seasonal depression. It is something that I have dealt with for years. And that's kind of how me and Shika connected in regards to this specific topic, just sharing our experiences and what we go through as a person who deals with this, and just common things that we go through. We want to bring awareness to it. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. That's what I needed to know. We got some other folks on in here.
Okay, and I am Sheikah Grady. I am the founder and executive director of Queens of the Mill. Again, Darlene already said pretty much of like why we having this event, because it's needed.
Yes,
It's really
absolutely.
needed. And then with it being Mental Health Awareness Month, it's like, oh yeah, we popping it out right now.
Absolutely.
We getting our sisters together. We all about community. So it's like if I'm in a community, and if my sister down, I'm down. If I'm down, my sister down. So we bringing us all up
So when
together.
you rise, we want to bring everybody else
Yes,
with you. I love
everybody
that.
needs to rise
All right.
together.
I love that.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm Letitia Brawley. I am her group assistant.
Oh.
So like number 2 for her.
Got it.
I sit back and I kind of, whatever she don't do, I'll do it. So, kind of.
Okay, you'll organize some stuff too, huh?
Right.
I could tell just why you said it. All right, okay, all right. I like
Get
it.
it
We gotta
together.
have that. We
Yeah.
gotta have that too.
Yeah.
All right, we got Lakeisha Jones. Introduce yourself to the people coming in from the video link. How you doing, Queen?
Hello, good morning. Good morning. I'm Lakeisha Jones. I'm a licensed professional counselor and also a clinical substance abuse counselor and a whole bunch of other things. I really love this topic. My focus is really truly on women. I do several events during the year to uplift women. And crowns get heavy. They are beautiful, but they get heavy. And a lot of times we're operating looking so beautiful on the outside, but in the inside, we are so broken. And a lot of women feel alone, or it's just me, or I don't want to feel weak, or feel like I cannot do these things. And it's okay to take that crown off sometimes. I tell people in a minute, I am not your superwoman. It's okay to take that cape off and heal, rest, reposition, because we are not robots. And a community is needed. No woman can do this alone. If you're saying I don't need nobody, I'm concerned about you. So I'm so proud of Sheikah, trusting the process, being brave and doing this, because she's going to bless so many women. And then once they learn these tools, they're going to be able to share them with other women, which means the healing will continue beyond this event.
So it's not just a one day thing, it's giving you some actions going forward.
It's not a one day event. We coming in, we gonna have some smart goals, but it's healing and it's crown fixing.
I know,
And
you can't just say that without explaining it. Now break that SMART acronym down for everybody so they know what kind of thing they're gonna be doing.
listen, we want to make sure that we have specific goals, that they're measurable, they're attainable, they're realistic, and they're timely. So we want to make sure that they're goals that the women can do, they're comfortable with, and is in a time frame that fits them. Therefore, if that happens, they will be successful. And we believe every woman connected to each one of us will be successful. And they will rest their crown when they need to and pop it back on when they need to pop out to show out.
Come on.
I love that. Patrice, how you doing, Queen?
Hello, everybody. I have a lot of static on this end, but it might be fine now. My name is Patrice McBeth, and I'm a clinical mental health counselor.
Hold on, Patrice. We're having a hard time hearing you. It is static, so we're gonna try to see if we can get. It's on your line, so I don't know if you can turn it off and go to another area with that. So we make sure that we hear what you're saying clearly.
Can you hear me?
We give you a couple seconds to get that together. Are you on headphones or speaker? You got the Bluetooth on? Okay, see again. Let's see if we can hear you a little better this time.
I have a lot of static. Can you hear me?
Okay, no, it's a little bad, but she's a friend to the show. She's been on here before. I know you're doing some interim work over the director over at Serenity Inn, so your presence is going to be a powerful presence on this panel. And what I want to do is kind of actually, I know we're kind of going to go into our first break pretty soon, but we lead into this. When people first come in through the door, that's the kind of hard part. Like everybody's like, okay, I'm here. What are we doing? What can they expect for that intro? Like when they first come in, how do you welcome everybody into your set?
Just with hugs and love. Hey Queen, how you doing? Hey sis, giving everybody a hug. They signing in, they're grabbing affirmations to make them feel good, things of that nature.
I would say, to what Sheikah said, just a welcoming environment. No nose turned up, all embracing. Can ask anyone any question. We're going to figure it out if we don't know it. This is a safe space. There's no ego. We want you to come and get these nuggets. We want you to come and do the work so that you can become the best version of yourself. So they don't have to worry about feeling odd. I don't care if you don't know nobody there. Once you get in there, you know everybody.
everybody. And we even have like, even like on a panel, we have like different ages. So like the youngest is like 23. My daughter, she's 23, and it goes all the way up. So to my mom. So we have
I
different
love that
ages. So like
generational
the
kind of
different
feel
women
inside.
that's in the building,
Mhm.
they all see like, oh man, okay, I'm not alone,
Yeah.
because I have another sister that's around up in my age
Yeah.
that's going through the same thing, or navigating through the same things.
Okay, we have another person too. LaRoyce, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys loud and clear.
Okay, we can't see you, but we can hear you.
Okay, I put a picture up there, but if you want me to turn my camera on, that's
No,
not
we
a
want to
problem.
see you, but I want you to be comfortable
Okay.
too.
Hi, family. My name is LaRoyce Rousey. So
How you doing, Queen?
I am doing wonderful, wonderful. So the founder of Queens of the Mill is none other than my daughter, Nashika Grady. Uh, So I'm going to be on a panel as well. I am a CADC, which is a certified alcohol and drug counselor. I'm QMPH. I'm QMHP, which is a qualified mental health professional. So I will be on the panel. I'm coming in from Chicago. This is to let you guys know this is not just in one space, one place, one community. This thing is state to state and is nationwide. I'm coming in to represent because I need people to be aware that mental illness is real. It goes unaddressed, never addressed, mistreated, never treated, misdiagnosed, or never diagnosed. So, and it's not just depression. I keep hearing them saying depression, depression, depression. But mental illness could be schizophrenic. It could be borderline personality disorder. It could be bipolarism. It is hereditary. It is not something that is taught or bought. It could be hereditary, and we need to bring awareness to it because when you come from the African American race, we were not taught about mental illness. We pushed it and brushed it up under the rug. But I need you to know that it is real. There is no age limit on it. In all actuality, it can start in your childhood, and when it goes untreated, it begins to get worse. So we're just bringing awareness to mental illness, so that people can get the help that they need, therapy that they need. And we're going to provide resources. As she said, we're going to try to get to some solutions of the given situation by bridging the gaps.
No, I love it. I know we're headed into a break right now. Patrice, I see you back. We're going to start with you when we come back. And Milwaukee, we're going to open it up to you for comments and questions and everything that may come. If not, we just going to have questions that we go along with all of the queens that are in the studio. You're listening to the Nyumba Upendo Show on WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 FM. We'll see you on the other side.
AURN News.
I'm Ebony McMorris. College plans could be
To goodness.
Milwaukee, how you doing? Welcome back to the Nyumba Upendo show on WNOV 860 AM 106.5 FM. We are in the room with Queens of the Mill and the program in which they're doing. Right before we went to the break, we was having everybody introduce themselves. We didn't get a chance to have Patrice introduce herself just a little bit and talk about your part in this whole workshop on Saturday. Queen, the mic is yours.
Hello, can you hear me now?
That's so much better.
My name is Patrice Macbeth, and I'm a clinical mental health counselor. I specialize in trauma. And so my whole part in this program with Sheikah is really to come and support my sister and to uplift her and all the things that she's doing in the community, because she's really out here striving to try to make an impact and a change on women's lives. So from my perspective, Saturday is about dealing with the pivot. Because oftentimes as women, we constantly have to pivot. Things go wrong. We're fixing and changing things all day long. And being one who wear many hats, I understand the struggle of continually pivoting and continually having to keep your crown on or adjusting other people's crown as you go, but also struggling with knowing when to stop and knowing when to ask for help. So, and that's what I'm here, to bring forth and just talk about ways to honor self, because we have to honor ourselves first as women. Like Lakeisha talked about, like taking that cape off. We have to be able to take that cape off to walk in all the things that we're doing, all the things that God has purposed us for. So knowing when to like rest on your sister's shoulders is so important.
Dr. Moutry, I know when we was over the break, you were talking about like just breaking down what is
Yeah, well, I
crime?
was just thinking about, even just listening to you, you just talked a little bit about how we take the crown. Sometimes we got to adjust our crown. Sometimes I got to help you with your crown. So I'm going into that whole metaphor of what, a crown. What does that mean to you? And like, what is that really, what is it symbolizing and to you personally?
So for me, as I was saying before the break, that's personal to every woman as an individual. But for me, like the strength of a woman is what I relate to a crown. How you carry yourself, how you persevere through things. So for me, it's the strength of a woman is the metaphor for me regarding the crown that I carry.
I love that. Anybody else?
I would say for me, it represents power, being able to know who you are and whose you are while wearing your crown, because that's just what it represents to me. It's just with just having that crown on your head, it's just like, I know who I am, I know whose I am, and just trying to keep your crown right there. And it may bend, it may break, but it ain't hitting the floor. So
Okay now. Well, I'm gonna say for myself, I'm listening. I'm here too. I'm all in too.
Yeah.
And when I think about the crown, I begin to think about me being the queen of my house.
Yes.
And I think about the responsibilities and all that it takes to keep my house going.
Yes.
As I am led by my king.
Yes.
So at some point in time, I do have to figure out how, it gets heavy,
Yes.
but I got to figure out how do I keep it on without letting it fall, without letting it break, and being able to, again, to appear as that queen of the house with herself together. That's what I'm visualizing, myself together. And so, as you said, which is why you're here, we do that. And sometimes we do it so well, people don't realize that I'm broken in the inside. That crown, I got this crown on.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you, their hair is jacked up under there. My heart is heavy. My body is tired. And so I'm guessing that's why you wanted to make sure that you had this event. I love that thing to say, sis, you good?
yes.
So there's a listening audience on right now. And the question is, maybe they want to know, should they come to something like this? And so the question is, sister, are you good? How would I know that this would be an event that I would need to attend?
Oh, I like them questions to have everybody in the pause for a second. But
I'm actually like, ooh.
if I say that, like from the outside, that's right here, as a person who does like counseling on a daily basis and whatnot, and I get a chance to hear people deepest and darkest secrets, and I have to hold those things confidential, and that's why they come, because they can't tell it and share with everybody else. But what I tell people, I said, therapy can't exist like in a box like this. I said, what's the best therapy is when you are in community. And so what I like to thank you is for creating community where people can say, you know what, it's not just me because I see you strong. I see you strong. I don't know you suffering inside because you wear that
Right.
crown
Yes.
so well. So for being able to create this, and I'll tell you, Sister Great, why I respect you so much. You don't probably don't even know this, but as you, like I said, I didn't know any of you all, till I saw this thing, but you start to do research. And I saw last year around this time at May, you all that came together to do a balloon release for a community member who had been in an unfortunate accident and tragedy. And you
Coming
said
up
what you
again.
said, if you're not good, sis, I'm not good. So I want you to tell me, with all of that wrapped up as far as needing community, what was the reason why you started Queens of the Mill? Because that is a unity standpoint. Oh, we got a call. I want you to hold on to that. We're going to take the caller. But so now you got some time to think on that. Because I want to know where Queen of Mills came. Caller, you on Nyumba Upendo. Do you have a question or a comment for these queens?
Yes, I got a comment. I heard them talking about the glory. I mean, the crown, and a couple of them were kind of was like asking somebody about love. They was coming around. You know, the good book talks about a woman's hair being her crown, her glory, the crown of her glory. You know, I once preached a message, and it was, I'm taking my crown out of pond to be the king that I am. You know, and I just want to ask everybody on the panel: is anybody on there suffering from mental health?
Well, if you listened before, they all talked about, certain struggles that they had. But I think this is the one thing when we say, does anybody suffer from mental health? Everybody who lives on this earth has some form of problem and thing. So you're talking
I'm
about.
glad you said that, big brother. I'm
Yeah.
glad you said that, because what we do is black folk. We grab on to, we grab on to the first thing to come out there and we push it. Now, listen to this here. So everybody on this earth, every black man on this earth has got a mental illness, a mental sickness. Why is it that every black man, see, and then white folk got the same problem, but they don't promote it the way we do, because we hustle. You know, we create things. We created, COVID was killing white folk out in New York. Before you knew it, we was the front runner. We was the Mr. Yuckface for COVID. You know,
I was just gonna say, we thank you so much. No, I'm loving that, because what you did is you just kind of gave another example of that crowning, because I didn't think about that. The crown, as far as the crown, as far as you think about your hair,
got weave on,
right. No, so I appreciate your call. No, I appreciate your call. You gave us just another perspective of the crown, thinking about the hair. We know that that's the crown, the glory, right? And so that can represent again women as we present ourselves. So thank you for your call, sir.
We appreciate that, and I want to go back to the whole reason for you joining and getting all of these women together with Queens of the Mill to be able to create this organization, not just for days like this, but like you said, for community on a continual basis.
So when I first started Queens of the Mill 2019, it was to give women an outlet from their everyday life, because life get hard. We're doing a lot of different things, like Darlene said, when you wearing a crown, it get heavy. So just giving the women an outlet from their everyday lives to show women that we can come together in a spiritual and an intellectual way. And it just went from that day to today. It just is grown. Like it's a whole, I've been dropped a whole nother mission now.
So let me ask you this. So I'm looking at all of these people that's, in the studio that's on. I want you to give me a direct link why you ask each person to be on, to participate in each way.
Because God gave it to me. At first I used to just do things, and now I'm listening to his voice. Me and Darlene was at one of my good sis' wedding. We was sitting in the parking lot. Oh, yeah,
it's the bridal shower.
It was. Listen, the wedding was so dope. We just gonna skip the bridal shower, but we was at the bridal shower in the parking lot, and we just began to talk about like how everybody is always saying like different things when it comes to what you're battling with, and sometimes it's like you can't even explain it. And so we were just saying like, man, one day we're gonna do something to bring awareness to this, and so it hit me as I'm at home like weeks later, and it's like, yeah, go ahead. This mental health awareness month, like the beginning of the month. So I'm like, okay, if I could plan a wedding and less than 2 weeks, I know I could go ahead and get these workshops together. And so with that being said, me and her started talking with Tisha. She always here, like she said, number 2. So it's like she was around my mom, my daughter, they always big supporters. They deal with it heavy. So they battle with it. My mom being who she is, it's like, okay, make sure she's a part of sis Keisha with her being big in the community, also with her skills, her expertise. I knew it was perfect for her, as well as Patrice, same thing, skills, expertise, it was perfect. Kenda, I'm on the phone with her, I was talking to her about something.
And
totally,
what role is she gonna play in this?
She is the moderator.
All right.
She will be moderating the panel, which is perfect because she actually has a podcast. And I was on the phone with her, we was just briefly discussing something else, and it just dropped in my spirit. That's the moderator. And I said, so she'll be the moderator for this? Absolutely. So it's like using everybody expertises was what they're good at. Because again, when I win, my sisters win. Tashima Dean, she's doing the mocktail creation. That's her lane. So it's like it's only right for her to do that.
No, I love that. And Lakeisha, I want to bring you because I know you on video and it can be hard sometimes just to chime in. When you got the call to be able to come and participate, tell me a little bit about the relationship, but then also what you hope to bring on Saturday. I know you talked about those SMART goals a little bit, but some specific where you say when they come in, this is what you're going to leave out with.
For me, when Sheikah asked me, and I am very particular about my yeses, and Sheikah knows this. I don't need to be on every flyer. I don't need to be on every panel. I'm okay with being in the back, okay? Because I'm still doing the work. But when she asked me, and I know what type of woman she is and how she loves women as well, our hearts are so similar. When we do our events, we both be like, our budget don't never work. We always over budget because then we start doing what we want to do instead of what we had kind of planned. But we don't be mad about it, and we just laugh and keep going. And just how she loves women and things she's been through, and as me being a licensed professional counselor, the women I work with and the things they go through. And again, that community is needed. When individuals try to operate in a way that is solo, that is a lot of weight to carry. You have no release. And we know at the route, pressure bust pipes. But it's so good when you can get a text from your sister. Hey, sis, just thinking about you. How you doing? Or a phone call or a pop-up and things of that nature. And being the strong friend or the strong woman in your family or community, that's a lot of weight, especially when you start breaking generational curses and chains. That's a whole nother level. But when you got people who really love you, and like Sheikah said, when my sister hurt or down, I'm down too. We in this together. We gonna get through this battle or fight together. That is a must. It's needed. And me, a lot of people say you're strong. Like, I don't want the title strong. I do the best I can. I do the work. I don't want to be strong. But I remember talking to my blind sister, one of my best friends, and she had moved out of town to Arizona. And me and her were talking on the phone, and she didn't like how I was sounding. Okay? She didn't like how I was sounding. Before I know, I had my doorbell ringing like the next day. And I'm like, who is this? Is this Amazon? Because you know us ladies, we love some Amazon. And it was her.
That's love.
She popped up on me. She said, sis, I didn't like how you were sounding. What's really going on? And that was around the time too that like the anniversary of our son passing and things of that nature. She heard it.
Queen.
And thank you. And she popped up on me. Again, that community. We need that, whether it's a text, a phone call or not. And Sheikah embodies that. She lives that. That is who she is. This is not an event. This is not just a workshop. Sheikah is opening up her heart and her world to every woman to get an opportunity to walk through those doors. So my yes was specific because a lot of our mission and goals align. And the love I have for women, we have to fix each other crown. If you hear a woman say, I don't have women friends, they messy, you with the wrong people. And you need to heal. You need to do the work. So my yes was a whole bunch of reasons. But at the end of the day, every woman that has opportunity to walk in rooms like this, especially when it's a blessing, when there's no cost to them, running.
Okay, go ahead.
I just love when what you're doing matches with your title of your workshop. The one thing it says, what do you do when your crown gets heavy? I just heard some strategies right here. You talked about, first of all, if you are spiritual, hearing the voice of God leading you, right? But then you not only heard it, but then you took some action,
Yes.
right? And then you utilize a lot of resources that you have here. So when it's heavy, sometimes the other caller just talked about being particular with your yeses. When it
Yes.
starts to get heavy, you get to be particular with your
Absolutely.
yeses. So
Absolutely.
I love
Yes.
that you're not only talking about what just happened, but you are actually living that by what you just, the way you developed this whole thing. So I'm still going back to my question. I don't know, should I come or not? Like, I want to know how would I know that this is for me? I'm not just talking about me, but my listening audience. Maybe they're debating, should I come? Should I come? How do I know if this is for me? What would you recommend, or how would you know, or what would you say to say this is something that you really want to be participate in? This is for you.
I would say if you're looking for community, like a real sisterhood that's gonna help you through, like if you see somebody sitting somewhere right now and they don't know
Yes, talk to
what
us.
to do, like, oh
Talk
my
to us.
God, I don't know, this is the space you need to get in, because we're gonna genuinely love on you. We're gonna support you. We're gonna give you resources. We're gonna help you navigate through what you're going through. We're gonna connect you with people. I'm an influencer, so I pull people together all the time. I love people. I'm the epitome for sisterhood. Like, sisterhood is everything to me. And so a lot of people know in a community, if you're connected to me or anybody that's connected, like, we gonna love you for real. And a lot of women right now are looking for that. Like, I need a sisterhood, I need a space. So if you're looking for a safe space, if you're looking, I'm tired of not healing, I'm tired of battling what I'm battling with, I need help. A lot of people don't want to ask for help. So it's like, I'm inviting you, like, come get the help, come heal, come grow,
This is the
come.
opposite of sinners. This is a good invite. Come on in here.
Come on.
Let's do what you want us all.
Yes, yes.
That's what I was trying to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. You made me want to call now.
Yeah.
So oftentimes, Lakeisha said it. I will hear ladies say, I have more guy friends than lady friends. She was like, well, maybe you need a new circle. And I'm looking at Queen of the Mills, it's like,
absolutely.
this is the circle that you've been looking for. This is people who want to love on you, want to heal. Now, you talked about some resources being there. Talk about some of the resources and even the aftermath of this, like what people can expect.
So for the resources wise, we have the different therapists. We're going to actually have like paperwork, like different pamphlets, things of that nature. The goal is to continue to do the wellness pieces of Queens of the Mill at least quarterly. We could do follow-ups. You become a member of the organization. That way you connected, you in already once you become a part of the organization. So like I said, when you asked me the first time when Queens of the Mill started, it was the outlet for the women. We've been doing that. Now we're working on the mental wellness of women. We're providing the resources. We're doing the trainings. We're just everything, working on a whole woman, one queen at a time. That's it.
So what about giving our listening audience, anybody on the panel, giving them just a sneak peek? Now they only go hear it on Nyumba Upendo unless they come. I want you to just give them a little tea. Give us just one insight of something they could expect. If it's about the release activity or if it's about the mocktail creation, a personal experience with the panel, just give us one little nugget that maybe they would say, oh, I heard that on the show.
Oh, you want a trailer?
I just a little bit, just a little.
Right, she want us to tell the business. Look, you gotta come
that's a teaser, not the whole show.
One thing we can say is you will not leave the way you came in the door.
Can you speak up a little, Queen? Because I hear you saying something, Mama Rousey. I want to make sure we hear, but it's a little low.
Okay, maybe I need, because I had to get in the car. I'm sorry, I had to come to the hospital. But anyway, one thing I can say is you will not leave the way that you came in the door. We plan on making a difference, making a change in your life. Like you say, I'm gonna say, if you don't know, when you leave, you're gonna know. Somebody is gonna been on told you so, and you're gonna catch it at this event. I was up here eager to just chime in. I'm gonna go back when you said why did she start the Queens of the Mill? When the Queens of the Mill first started, it started out as just a social group among close family members and friends, and it extended to something else. One of the things that I can say is my daughter is a people's person. She knows how to bring people together. She has a love not only for women but a love for children, and she'll downplay that. And I tell her all the time, that's your calling, that's your gift. She didn't even let y'all know that she was the influencer of the year in Milwaukee last year. And she ran up against some very powerful people. And she said, I'm not going to win because such and such got this and such got that. And I said, what God got for you, can't nobody else take that away from you. It is just for you. And so part of wearing that crown is knowing that we are royalty, for God's sake. We are royalty, and we have to step up and take our royalty back. I did not want to leave the gentleman that came on the line. He was putting it out there. Look, men have crowns too. We got kings before that goes with the queen, so it goes hand in hand. You know, we're just going to try to have as much information that we can possibly put out there with frequent questions and answers. So we actually made the questions that we want to put out there that's frequently asked to us, and what the answer would be. But not only we're not just reading out of a book, we're not just using our education at which we've obtained, but most of us have lived this experience. You know,
We're gonna have
we've
food.
lived the experiences of what we have became. Okay.
No, I love that. Somebody said something in jest, but that's probably the most important thing.
I said we're gonna have good food. People love food. Come to the event. We're gonna have food.
Now listen, we always start off the show by saying Kweku Upendo, which means I love you. And I don't know what it was about, like I said, your flyer, but it emanated where I was like, I knew Patrice. I was like, can we get y'all on the show? I wanted whatever we can do to be able to promote this because I felt the energy off of the page and just listening to you all. I'm so excited about this right now. And I think you bring the food, you bring the love. Not only do you give a safe space, but you also talk about how do we empower ourselves? Right. And when your mom said this started as a social club, that's like, we loving life. We gonna have fun. We gonna do our thing, but we understand there's so many things to carry. I know we coming close to a break. Alicia, as we go into this break, I want you to get in your mind and get them together to get their last words for when we come back, so that they can give those last words to the people. You're listening to Nyumba Upendo on WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 FM. We love you, Milwaukee.
212. Here we go.
Hey, welcome back. You're listening to Nyumba Upendo Show. I'm your host, Dr.Alisia Moutry, and as you know, I do it with my baby brother, Dr. Kweku. And we are not alone. We have an organization here, a group of beautiful queens. They are talking about an event called Hey Sis, You Good? What happens when your crown is heavy? And that we've been talking for the last 45 minutes, which only feels like it's been 15 minutes or so. But again, we get to this point of the show. We're about to end the show. And I just wanted to leave the floor to each of you to give, your 30-second remember this or anything that you want to make sure our listening audience just remembers as a result of you being here. I'm going to start with you if you don't mind.
So yes, I just want you to remember, like, this event is being created for you. This event is being created to create a safe place for women to come. One, to, get the information and know where to go from there. You're not alone. You don't have to do it alone. And so you'll see like-minded women that can identify with you so that you know that you have the power to press on through this.
I love it. I love it. Ladies on the screen.
I would say, remember the change you want to see must first begin in you.
Okay.
Be open and willing to do the work. The best person you can bet on is yourself. And what a blessed opportunity to be able to do this with all the beautiful women that's on the panel, but the guests too. Each individual to walk through the doors is bringing something to the event as well. And I know the event is free, but Sheikah, when you wrap up, I want you to talk about ways that people can donate to Queens to the Mill to help you continue to do the work that you're doing, because you are doing the work. And I'm happy to be a part of this process with you.
Thank you.
All right. Mama Rousey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, and I'm
We
not
need your
going
30
anywhere.
seconds of wisdom. I know you got some pearls of wisdom to give us to go out on the show.
Okay, so I want to let you know that you are never alone. You are not by yourself, and going through life, you can't do everything by yourself. They put a stigma on us and they say, oh, women can't get along. Well, we beg to differ, and we're going to change that. And we're not going to put that in the atmosphere. We're going to show you how we can get along, how we can help one another. How, if your crown is crooked, sister, I'm going to straighten it up, because we are queens of the mill. I'm coming all the way from Chicago. So if I can get there, get up out your bed and come out. People love free. The event is free, but it's not free to throw it. And that is why we're asking for donations and participation. That's it, and that's all, y'all.
That's funny.
Y'all, I'm just a bundle of joy because God gives me joy.
Yeah.
Come on out and get you some of this good joy. Look,
Get you
when
some.
you rub up against a great spirit, then you gonna leave with a good spirit. Hugs mean a lot. Smiles mean a lot. When you say people go through things and they don't talk about it, you no longer have to suffer in silence, because we're giving you an outlet.
Absolutely.
Come on. Patrice, are you still there? I don't see Patrice on camera.
That's not. That's what that's.
Oh,
So
it is me.
that's for last. Let's go.
So I would like for all the women to know that the space is here, is needed. You are enough. You are a queen. And it's a whole lot of queens that's about to be at this event waiting for you, arms open and ready, sis, to help you heal, to help you grow, and to help you be the best you that you could be. So I want all queens to know that. Get your denim and your shades of green ready, because we coming in here looking real cute. When we look good, we feel good, even if we ain't good, okay? So I just want everybody to know that we are very excited about this event. We thank you so much for having us today.
Yes.
Give us that number again if they want to register.
If you want to register, the number is 414-550-3277. Again, the number is 414-550-3277. If you would like to make a donation, our Cash App is $QUEENSDA. QU.
We'll get it for you.
$QUEENSOFDAMIL. And if you want to do a Zelle, it's queensofthemeal@gmail.com.
We'll have
Hey,
all those on the website.
We gonna
for
put it together on the website, but I'm just too excited, y'all. I just know that change is happening. This is impact for real, and this is what sisterhood look like. So come see us on Saturday, the 31st.
Change is gonna come.
Well, I just say, hey, sis out there, you good?
Right. Hey, sis, you
Is,
good?
is your crown heavy? Well, we got something for you. So thank you so much for listening. Kweku, I'm gonna pass it back to you just to close this out.
No, you know what? I'm gonna end it like I end it all the time with the words of my queen, Mama Daisy. She said the best way to heal yourself is to help others. And that's what we're doing. We'll see you next week on Nyumba Upendo, WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 FM. We love you, Milwaukee.